Good morning everyone from beautiful Valletta. No matter how many times I walk through those gates, I get excited. Now I'm filming backwards here. We're in the Piazza of St. George, right in front of the Grandmasters Palace. This is where the Pope came out on the balcony here last year. It was great. And they've done it all up with plants and flowers. I heard about this. Normally it's a big open space, so it certainly looks different. I can't recall what the occasion is, but there's all landscape displays and things here. It's very colourful. Now, come and walk with me and us, because we are going to walk towards the entrance. And we'll be here for most of the day, because there's a lot happening in Valletta today. I've often talked about the British influence here that can still be seen. Obviously, they were here for many years. And what is more iconic British than the red phone box and the red letterbox? And they're everywhere. We just passed about 3 just up here. Now, a word of warning. For anyone who's a little bit put out by big crowds of children. And by the way, not just children, have a look. It's 10:10, the cafes. Full, there's tourists everywhere. Already. It's only the, 7th of May? People are pouring into Republic Street. We are walking out of Republic Street because we are going to meet a group of scouts from the Shara Scout group, which my cousin's son Michele is a member of. Because today there is going to be the grand parade of all the scouts in Malta. So, if you're not one for masses of children running around, well, they're pretty well behaved actually, but a lot of kids, a lot of noise, they're all dressed up in their best uniforms. Probably not the best day to be in Valletta, if that's not your thing. But as we approached here, there were large groups of scouts taking photos and gathering, getting ready to form a big march through the capital. So it's National Scouts Day or something. More of the red letterboxes, phone boxes I was talking about. And no matter how many times we come here, we never tire of it. It's just magnificent. Obviously the shopping is great. Last night I went through the fortified silent city of Mdina late at night. And Valletta is about, 10-15 minutes away, probably 10 minutes away. This is our current capital. Of course, totally different. All the hustle and bustle of what you'd expect, the smallest capital in Europe. There's one of the iconic newsstands. More people packed into the cafes there. Another red phone box up there in the distance. So the real joy of Valletta is when you leave the main strip here, which is Republic Street. So if you're from Melbourne, imagine we're walking through Bourke Street Mall. And you start exploring all the little laneways and alleyways, and Merchant Street is very good for the retail outlets and all the little lanes coming off it. There are gems everywhere, specialty shops, cafes, restaurants and some iconic bars, including the Queen Victoria bar just on South Street up here. Cafe Jubilee. There are so many. Probably unfair to just to mention a few. So here we're walking back up Republic Street from the middle, heading to the entry. So just like Mdina, records of our history in the past and the faith and so on are highlighted just about on every corner, yeah? Approaching the entry, and here's the iconic Wembley store, which stands proudly on the corner. You're probably seeing a lot of scout leaders here in scout uniform. Now, not to be controversial, I love the new entry into Valletta. Well, new, it's been a few years now. Some people still complain. I like the old one, but I thought it was very disorganised, buses everywhere, diesel fumes. This, of course, is a big theatre, which curiously was rebuilt or restored to look like what it looked like after it got bombed. So no roof, columns of different sizes, and they have shows and everything still in there. Beautiful cafe here right under it. And then the entry, the Republic building here on the left. I like it. Some people were critical of the wooden planter boxes they've put here just in front of us. They thought they're sort of in the way, and that, no, I like them. I don't mind them. There's plenty of room to move. And today, as I said, because of the parade, is particularly busy. I'm seeing a lot of tour guides with groups already. It's only May. God, imagine summer. And if one hasn't been here for a few years, this area here was all boarded up, but now it's all complete and open. So you can now see the surroundings. In Malta, we call them El Fossos, or like the surroundings. I call it a moat. It's not really a moat, there's no water. But they've just come up beautifully. Very similar to what's been done at Mdina and the Città della Ragozzo. You can walk all around under there. There are trees, benches, cafes. There's a lovely cafe just on that side behind Brenda. It's very nice. But they've really done a good job, yeah? So I really like the entry. We've been all over Italy and seen a lot of capital cities and beautiful stuff, but I still love this entrance and I love this capital. It is the smallest capital in Europe, and I think it's a fitting grand entry. And of course, in the main piazza here, we've got our Triton, the Triton Fountain, looking very shiny today. They must have just polished it ready for summer. There are people everywhere. Seeing a lot of security today. Obviously there'll be a lot of children about. There's a lot of tourism here. This is just beautiful. It's already 23 degrees, Brenda tells me. It's 10:20 a.m. 23 was meant to be our maximum. It'll probably get to 25, 26. I'm going to end this video now and talk to you more a bit later on.